So today we are going to discuss what is meant by website and types of websites and what are the modules we require to build in web application or website. We'll discuss here step by step. So first we have to know what is meant by website and types of websites. So what is meant by website? So website is a collection of web pages. It is a collection of web pages. So what is meant by web page? Web page is nothing but if you are open anything in the browser. If you are open anything in the browser, we can call it as a web page. So for example, in our regular life, if you want to read some newspaper also, we are going to open simply www.abcd.com, like that you are opening one website, right? So now you can observe here, if I move to the browser screen and I'm going to enter here, ELearnInfotech.com. This is one website. If I'm opening here, if you are observing here, we have some designing here. So this is related to the home page. So if you are observing here, we have about us. If I'm click on about us, so we are getting here about us web page. If I'm click on courses, this is another web page. If I'm click on here new batches, this is another web page. That means if I'm click on anywhere also, what happened? We are getting new web pages now. What is meant by web page in the sense, if we are getting anything in the browser screen, we can call it as a web page. If I'm click on about us also, this is another design. This is another web page. If I move to the courses, this is another web page. Like that, we have here n number of web pages now. So that is the reason we can call it as it is a collection of web pages. What is meant by website? Website is a collection of web pages. If you are open any website also, now I'm going to open another website. See here, in this website also, we have here the menu. You can just click on the about us. We are getting here about us page. If I'm click on here career, so the career page we are getting here. If I'm click on quotation, the quotation page we are getting. That means in one website, internally we have n number of web pages. That is the reason we can call it as it is a collection of web pages. So what is meant by website? Website is a collection of web pages. What is meant by web page? Web page is nothing but if you are open anything in the browser, we can call it as a web page. Web page is nothing but if you are open anything in your browser, we can call it as a one web page only. So, and how many types of websites we have here? We have two types of websites. One is a static website and second one is dynamic website. In the real-time scenario, whenever if you are work with any real-time projects also, the websites are, we have two types. Either that should be static or either that should be dynamic. First, we have to discuss what is meant by static. So static is nothing but it is a fixed content. That website entire thing should be like a fixed only. So it is fixed, right? If you want to do any changes also, what we have to do? Simply we can contact to the developer. Why? Because developer know the coding. So directly they are going to use some coding and directly they can do the changes. That is called static website. What is meant by static? It is a fixed content. So if you require any changes also, just we can contact to the developer. Why? Because they know complete coding knowledge. So through the coding, they can do the changes here. So why we are going to build this kind of static website? Only for look and feel purpose only, we can build the static websites. For example, I am running some business. I want to promote my business in online. So what we have to do? I can develop one website. Based on that website only, I'm going to promote in online. So for that purpose, we can use a static website. So for example, I have some website. That website is a static or dynamic. I have to identify it. How we are going to identify it? If we have the extension .html or .htm, we can easily understand that is static website. See here. Now I'm opening here. So ELearn Infotech website. This one static or dynamic, I want to identify it. So how we are going to identify it? Just click on any navigation item, any menu item you can click. So what is the extension we have? .html. So we can easily understand that is static website. Otherwise, you can click on about us also. What is the extension we have? .html. We can easily understand that is static website. So for example, I want to change my phone number. This is static website. Now, if you know the coding, you can do the changes. And at the same time, you can observe here, register here for your development course. If I want to do the changes, Again, what we have to do, we have to find out first whether it is static or dynamic. It is static only. So what we have to do, if you know the coding knowledge, we can do the changes. Otherwise, simply we can contact to the developer. So developer can do the changes. That is called static website. I'm going to explain one more time, just you can observe here. Static is nothing but it is a fixed content only for look and feel purpose only. That means only for presentation purpose only we can create these static websites. And if you require any changes in our website, we can just simply contact to the developer. Why? Because they know the coding. Through the coding, they can do the changes. How we are going to identify? If we have the extension .html or .htm also, we can easily understood that is static website. Most probably you will get the extension is .html only, not like a .htm. This is old websites. Before 2000 year, if you are build any website also, at the time they are using the extension is .htm. So currently we are into 2022. So we are using HTML5 advanced version. So no need to use this extension. If we are getting like a .html, we can easily understood that is static or dynamic. Now I'm going to open another website. You can observe here. This one I want to identify whether it is a static or dynamic. So how we are going to identify it? First, you have to click on the navigation. If you are click on the navigation, what is the extension we have? .html. You can easily understood that is static only. So this is the way you can identify whether it is a static or dynamic. Clear now? So then we have to move to the next one, that is called dynamic. What is meant by dynamic? Dynamic in the sense we have separate dashboard. We have some dashboard. Through the dashboard, you can do any kind of changes also. For example, if you want to post something, you can post it. If you want to edit also, you can edit. And if you want to delete also, you can delete anything also with the help of dynamic. So I will show you with the example, just you can observe here. What is meant by dynamic? Dynamic in the sense, through the admin panel, client can do any changes themselves without writing the coding. See here, if you are observing, I'm opening some engineering college website. If you are observing, we have here some latest news. If I want to post some latest news myself, without any coding knowledge, I want to do the changes. At the time, what we have to do in the sense, we have to access the dashboard. So if you want to access the dashboard, we have to know the admin credentials, like logins are important. Why? Because if I'm not creating the login page, directly can do the changes yourself. So for security purpose, we are going to maintain some logins here. Admin.php. Here I'm going to open here, login here. So it is asking username and password. I have to enter my username and password. After login this one, now you can observe here, we have admin dashboard. In the admin dashboard, we have here n number of options. So first my target is I want to publish some latest news. If you are observing in this website, so we have some latest news. I want to post another news. What we have to do? Here only we have the latest news option. So here, whatever you require, you can enter. For example, hello BIET. So I'm entering some text and you can click on post news. After click on the post news, we have some notification latest news is updated successfully. Whether it is added or not, we'll check in this website. Now I'm going to run this website. See here, hello BIET is added here. So that means if you are observing here, dynamically it is added here without any coding here. So for example, if I want to edit or delete, here only we have the options called edit and delete. So now I'm going to click on this one. See here, it is showing here multiple latest news it is showing here. So whatever you posted, so that is the last you will get here. And if you want to delete also, you can delete here. Now see here, the latest news is deleted successfully. If I'm running this website again, now we can observe, see here, there is no hello BIET. So this is called dynamic website. So what is meant by dynamic? Dynamic in the sense we have separated dashboard. So with the help of dashboard, you can do any kind of changes also. You can post something, you can edit also, and you can delete also. If you require all these changes, first what we have to know, you have to know the admin credentials. Through the credentials, you can log in and you can do any kind of changes also. I will show you one more example so that you will get the more clarity. Now we can observe here. This is another website I'm opening here. Here, my client requirement is they want to post the treatments, the procedures dynamically. Present how many things we have here? Only one procedure, that is general physician we have. If I click on this one, we are getting here only one doctor only. So my target is I want to add another category here. If I want another category, again you can do the login. So from the admin panel only, you can do the changes. See here, we have again dashboard. In the dashboard, we have add category. I want to add one category. The category name is ABCD. And it is asking some icon also, some image also. Now I'm going to select here some image. For example, I want this icon. So just you can select. So we have here text also and icon also. If I'm click on add category, so again we have the notification category added successfully. Whether it is added or not, you can just open that website and you can check once. So the new category is added. So for this one, I'm not writing any coding now. So just if I am giving my username and password, directly you can do the changes, right? So this is called dynamic. If I'm click on this ABCD, so we don't have any doctor profile. Now I want to create some doctor also. Now you can observe here in the dashboard only, we have option called add doctor. If I'm click on that one, so it is asking here, you want to add in the general vision or ABCD? I want to add in the ABCD and it is asking doctor name and the qualification. So just I'm giving some dummy data here. So after entering that one, I'm going to click on add doctor. So again, we have the notification doctor added successfully. So I have to go to the home page. So in the home page, we have ABCD category. If I click on that ABCD category, you can observe here, doctor is added here. So that means if you are observing, so through this admin panel, we are adding directly like a category we added and the doctors also we added. If you don't want that doctor here, so we have the here edit and delete options also. See here, in this project also we have edit and delete. Here I am writing the text and here I am writing the symbols. Like look and feel wise, based on your project budget, you can do the look and feel wise also. Now I want to delete this one. If you want to edit also, you can edit. If you want to delete also, you can. So now I can edit here. The designation is I want to change here. So for example, physician, I have to change here physician. So just update this one. Whether it is updated or not, we'll check here. See here. Previously it is ABCD. Now it is changed to so physician. So if you want to delete also, you can just delete that one. So now there is no doctor here. If you want to check here also, go to this one and you can click on this one. So there is no doctor here. That means if you are doing any changes in the back end, in the dashboard, that changes is automatically reflected to the front end. I don't want this ABCD category also. Now I'm deleting this one. So just you can observe here. So how many categories we have? Only one. So previously we added ABCD. Now we deleted also. This is called dynamic. Dynamic in the sense we are creating separate admin dashboard. So whatever client requirement is there. Here my client requirement is they want to add the categories. They want to add the doctors. So if they want to add another thing, you can add here another options also. Based on your client requirement, you have to build these kind of things. This is called dynamic website. So generally we have static and dynamic. Dynamic in the sense we have separate admin panel. So through this admin dashboard, so we are going to do the changes here. How we are going to identify whether it is a dynamic or static. Static in the sense already you know .html. What about dynamic website? So for dynamic websites, we have the extension is PHP or Python or ASPX or JSP, Java. This is PHP language. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. This is backend programming language we have to use. And PY, Python. So Python also backend only you have to use. And ASPX, .NET. So .NET programming also backend only. And JSP, Java servlet pages. So this is also complete backend only. So if you want to build a dynamic application, you have to know one backend programming language mandatory. Either you can use the PHP or Python or .NET or Java. This is about types of websites we are going to implement in the real-time scenario. Understood now? Just I'm going to revise one more time. You can observe what is meant by website. Website is a collection of web pages. So if you are opening any website also, n number of pages are there. And what is meant by web page? If you are opening anything in the browser, we can call it as a web page. So two types of websites we have, static and dynamic we have. Static is nothing but it is a fixed content only for look and feel purpose, nothing but for presentation purpose. We are going to build that one. If we require any changes also, just simply we can contact to the developer. Why? Because they know complete coding knowledge. How we are going to identify? If we have the extension .html or .htm, we can easily understood that is static website. So dynamic in the sense, we have separated dashboard. If you want to access this dashboard, you have to know the admin credentials, logins. You have to know through the logins, you can do any kind of changes also. Like you can post something, you can edit, you can delete also. These are the two types of websites we are going to use in the real-time scenario. So first we have to focus on static website. If I want to build a static website, what are the programming languages you require? So first we have to know the HTML and advanced version HTML5. We have to know the both versions, and at the same time CSS and CSS3 also you have to use. And at the same time JavaScript, we have to use the JavaScript. And so we have to focus on jQuery also. And finally we can use the Bootstrap. So by using all these modules, we have to build that application or website. After build this website, we have to launch. For launching process, we have to know the web hostings. So all these modules, if you know all these modules, you can easily build the static website and you can launch that application. So now we have to focus on one by one. So why you are using HTML and why you are using CSS, we'll discuss here one by one. Okay, just today's session is the demo only now. So I will give you the brief information why we are using that modules. So from tomorrow onwards, we are going to continue with the regular classes. So first, what is the use of HTML? By using HTML, we can create the static web pages or static websites we can create. Already you know what is static. By using HTML, we can create the static web pages, and HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So it stands for Hypertext Markup Language. What is meant by markup language? So in markup language, each and everything we have like a tag format. In markup language, each and everything we are going to maintain like a tag format. So how we are going to write the tags? By using angular brackets. This less than greater than symbols we have now, we can call it as a angular brackets. If you are writing anything inside the angular, we can call it as a tag. If I'm writing P, we can call it as a P tag. If I'm writing here table, so we can call it as a table tag. If I'm writing here img, image tag, we can call it. So whatever you are writing inside the angular, we can call it as a tag. So if you are observing in the browser screen, for example, here we have image. If you want to display this image, we have to use the image tag. If you want to display one button, we can work with here button tag. So if you want to display some paragraph, we can use the P tag. If you require some heading also, we can write to here H1 to H6. Different heading tags we have H1, H2, H3 like that, H6 we have. That means if you are observing, if I want to display anything in my layout, browser screen, we can call it as a layout. If you want to display anything in the layout, must and should, we can use some tag for that. See here, if you are observing, we have here some image. If you want to display this image also, we can write some tag. If I want to display some heading also, we have to write some tag. If I want to display the paragraph also, we can use again tag only. So that means every time we have to use the tag format must and should, that is called HTML. In HTML, each and everything we have tag format. If you want to display anything in the layout, display anything in the layout. Layout is nothing but browser. If you want to display anything in your layout, must and should, you can use some tag for that. So whatever you require, you want table, you can use the table tag. You want image, you can use the image tag. Like that, every time we have to completely use the tags, that is called HTML. By using HTML, we can design the static web pages or static websites. So HTML stands for Hypertext markup language. So markup language is nothing but each and everything we have like a tag format. How we are going to write the tags? By using angular brackets, we can write the tags. So if you want to display anything in your layout, must and should, you can use some tag for that. Simply, we can say it is a raw data. Raw data in the sense there is no proper look and feel. So you will get one hard look website. So if you want to make it as that application with a neat look and feel, we have to implement the CSS for that. Simply, we can say by using HTML, we can design the layout. We can design the layouts. So, but that is completely like a raw data. Nothing but there is no proper look and feel. If you are taking one person, the person without makeup, it is called HTML. Simply, it is one skeleton format. There is no proper look and feel also. That is called HTML. Clear now? What is HTML? Then we'll move to the next module. So here we have CSS and CSS3 advanced version also. What is the use of CSS? By using CSS, we can decorate the web page. Already we did the designing part. By using HTML, we did the designing part. Here we are going to decorate that web page. Nothing but you can apply the stylings here. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. So that name only it will describe you are going to apply styles for our HTML web page. How we are going to apply the styles? So background colors you can apply, font colors you can apply, so font sizes you can apply, and line spaces you can apply, different kind of styles, shapes also you can apply. I will show you some examples so that you will get the clarity. So if you want to build this one, you are using HTML only, right? So for the styling part, you can observe here. Now I'm going to take here one website. So any website also you can consider, no problem. If you are observing here, we have the background color now. This background color I want to change. So how we are going to change? Through the CSS only, you can just change here. For example, I want another color. See here, the color is changed here. So this is possible with the help of CSS you can apply here. Whatever the color is required, you can just check here. This is only for preview only. If I'm refreshing, you will get the bold color only. Why? Because here I'm changing only for preview part only. So by using CSS, you can just apply your own styles. Whatever the style is required, you can apply here. So for example, I don't want to apply here single color. I want to apply here mixed colors. We can call it as a gradient. Actually, what is meant by gradient? Mixing of more than one color. I want to apply here the gradient only. You can observe here. So we have two types of gradients, like a linear and radial. So now I want to mix two colors. One is black and second one is red color. If you are observing, in the left side, we have here black color. Whenever if you are moved to the right side, it is red color. So that means here two colors are mixed here. Now I'm going to change the value. You can just observe here the black color. So you can just check once. We are getting here completely in the opposite direction we are getting. So that means if you want to work with here, so like a top to bottom also, you can observe here, top to bottom we are getting. So these kind of things we are going to apply with the help of CSS. Not only background colors, I will show you some designs here. You can observe here. We have here the button. Present the button, we have sharp edges, but these curves, I want here round shape. If I want to make it as here, that radiuses, the corners, you can observe here. I'm going to add here the CSS property border radius. So I'm going to apply. See here, after apply this one, you can observe here the shape. Previously it is sharp edges, now it is rounded corners we are getting here. If I'm adding another value, now we can observe the shape is again, it is changed here. So these kind of things we are going to apply through the CSS. Understood now? By using CSS, we can apply the styling part. So you can apply the button shapes also. You can change the background colors also. You can apply here different kinds things also. Now you can observe here, I'm placing here one course image here. This image, I don't want to make it as here, so square shape. I want to apply here rounded corner. So what we have to do? So for example, now you can observe here, we are taking like this. So we have image here, width and height. I want round shape now. You can just apply here, again the CSS property. Now we can observe, we have here round shape. So these kind of things we are going to apply with the help of CSS. And at the same time, if you want to apply the font sizes also, you can just use the CSS. Already 25 px I am applied. So you can observe here, it will be increase also and it will be decrease also. Like if you want to change the color also, you can just use the CSS and whatever you require, you can just change here the colors also. See here, the color is changed or not, you can observe. So these kind of things we are going to build with the help of CSS. So you have to remember, by using CSS, we can just do the decoration of the web page. So you can just apply here styling part. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. We are going to apply here styles like background colors, font sizes, shapes also. Different things we can apply with the help of CSS. This is complete styling part only. See here, we did here completely designing part. For this design, if you are adding styles, we will get the neat look and feel. So this is completely designing part. For this designing, if you are adding any styles, we will get the neat look and feel. For that one, we are applying here another thing that is called JavaScript. What is the use of JavaScript? By using JavaScript, we can validate the data, whether user enter valid information or not. I will show you with example so that you will get the clarity. Now I'm opening another website. You can just check once. In this website, my client requirement is they have some form here, quotation form. If you want to build this one, you have to use the HTML only. So now you can observe here, generally user has to enter some data, right? If you are not entering any data, if I click on direct submit button, what happened you can observe. It is asking, please enter your name, please enter valid email ID, please enter mobile number. Like that it is showing here the validations. Now we can call it as client-side validations. By using JavaScript, we can perform here client-side validations. What is meant by validation? Validation is nothing but we can validate the data, whether user enter correct information or not. So we have to check that one. So from where we are checking client side, nothing but in the server end. You can observe here. If you are observing, we are checking everything in the browser only. Na? So if you are checking anything in the browser end, we can call it as a client side here. So we are performing here client-side validations by using JavaScript. What is meant by validation? Just we are checking whether user enter valid information or not. We are checking. So where we are checking this one in the browser and we are checking now. By using browser only we are checking that one. That is the reason we can call it as a client-side validations. Not only validations, if you want to perform any calculations also, you can easily perform. If I'm writing HTML 10 plus 20, you will get the output directly 10 plus 20 only in HTML. If I'm writing same thing in the JavaScript, you will get the calculation. So like you will get the output is 30 you will get. So that means you can perform here the calculations also as well as form validations also. Best example for the JavaScript is net banking username and password. If you are creating the net banking password, it is asking one uppercase mandatory, one lowercase mandatory, one special character mandatory. So how it is checking? With the help of JavaScript only, it is checking here. I will show you one more example also. Now we can observe here. I'm opening another website. So here also my client requirement is they want some form validation. Go to the contact page. In the contact page, we have here phone number field. If I'm entering number, it is taking. If I'm entering string character, it is not allowing. If I'm entering again the number, it will allow. If I'm entering the character, it won't allow. That means, so in the coding only already we implemented some logic. Whenever user enter number, you can take. Otherwise, you are not supposed to take that one. So these kind of things we are applying in the JavaScript. By using JavaScript, we can perform the client-side validations as well as we can perform the calculations also. This is especially for the forms. We are using the forms only, whether user enter correct information or not. Why? Because in the phone number field, for example, user enter numbers only. So like 5 numbers they entered. So generally phone numbers are 10 digits, no? So you have to check whether user entered 10 digits or not. If you want to work with that, again, you have to use the JavaScript only. I will show you one example also. Already we implemented a number of things here. Just you can observe here. Now I'm going to open here. So existing one I have to open. So go to the another folder. So now I will show you here. You can just check once. So if you are applying any layout, how it will be look like. So just you can observe by using HTML and CSS. If you are using perfectly, you are able to build this one. So here you can observe there is no form validation. This is only completely like a HTML and CSS. So here I'm not applying any form validation. You can observe here it is not validating. It is not showing any messages also. So if you want to show that messages here, what we have to do, you can add the JavaScript for that. See here, this is we build, right? So I'm opening that original website. You can observe here. So this is the website. It is in the live. You can observe here, whatever you have here, same thing we applied here in our local also. See here. So, but this is the real-time website. Now, if user click on submit button, see here, we are getting the validation here. So, but in our website, if you are not using the JavaScript, we didn't get any message. So that is a use of JavaScript. By using JavaScript, we are going to perform the client-side validation. So whether user entered correct information or not, and at the same time, we can perform here the calculations also we can apply. Then next we'll move to the another one that is called JQuery. By using JQuery, we can perform here animations. If you are observing different kind of websites, we have different kind of animations now. If you want to perform that animations, we have to use the jQuery. For example, see here, if you are observing in the starting only, we have here image slidings. So now this is the image we have. We have to wait some time. After some time gap, automatically you will get the next image. This is called slider. The carousels, the images are moving now. If you want to build these kind of things, we have to use the jQuery for that. Not only this one, you can just scroll down and you can just check once here. The numbers are increment here automatically. If you want to build these kind of things also, we have to use the jQuery for that one. And you can observe here, here we have the testimonials, reviews. So this one also you can just check once. After some time gap, it is automatically moved here. So if you want to do these kind of things, we have to use the jQuery for that. See here, we have here company names also, like a place company names. So you have to wait here. See, automatically it is moved. These kind of animations we are going to perform with the help of jQuery. So always these animations we have to perform in the home page only. If you are moved to the about us, so in the about us, there is no animation. We have here simple web page only. So that means always if you want to build any website also in the home page, you can add a number of animations. So I will show you a few more things also. Now we can observe here. I am opening here another website. See here, this image we are getting from the right to left. I'm going to refresh. You can observe here that image coming from the right to left. And this text also you can observe here. What happened you can observe. So first line and last line we are getting after some time gap. So, and you can observe here, here also services one by one we are getting here. And you can observe here, if I move the cursor, see here, the lighting also we are getting slowly. If you want to do these kind of things, we have to build completely with the help of jQuery only. See here, this company logos also after some time gap, it will automatically move. If you want to perform these kind of animations, must and should we have to use the jQuery for that. So by using all these modules, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, we build one website. That is fine. But after launching this website, maybe user is opening in the desktop or they are using laptop also. So they are using tab also and at the same time mobile also. That means after launching our application, user is opening in the desktop or laptop or tab or mobile. So we have to make one layout should be device friendly. If you want to make it as any website device friendly, we have to use the module called Bootstrap. So by using Bootstrap, we can make the layout as responsive. Responsive is nothing but device friendly. We have to build the complete device friendly. Which kind of devices? Desktop. So under the same time, laptop, tab, and mobile. So we have to build that one. 100% each and every website we have to build like a responsive only. I will show you, just you can observe here. Now I'm opening another website here. See here, we have this website. If you are observing, we have here side by side. And in one row, one line, how many courses we have? 4 courses we have. If I'm opening in the mobile view, see here, mobile view, if you are observing content we have, below the content we have here the form. But in the desktop view, side by side we have. And you can observe here the courses also, you can just check once. One by one, we are getting. In the desktop, if you are observing, we are getting here one line, we are getting four courses. But if I move to the mobile view, that means based on your screen size, device size, based on your device size, it is automatically adjusted. So how it is adjusted? So we have to use the Bootstrap. So I will show you whether you are using Bootstrap or not in this project. So you have to check the source. I want to check the source. Press Ctrl U. Ctrl U. We are getting the web page source. In this project, whether I am using the Bootstrap or not, I will show you. Just you can observe here. What we have here? Bootstrap we have now. So that means I am using here Bootstrap. You can take any application also. Must and should, that is device friendly only. We have to so use that is completely Bootstrap. By using Bootstrap, we can make the layout as responsive. Responsive is nothing but device friendly. So which kind of devices? Desktop, laptop, tab, and mobile. So by using all these modules, we build one website. That website is in our local only. So for example, if I am entering elearninfotech.com anywhere also, the website is opening. Why? Because it is in the live mode. So, but if you are building any website, by default, it is initially in our laptop only. We have to make it as live. So for that live purpose only, we have to know the web hostings. So as a fresher level, no need this web hostings. But if you are mentioning some experience or if you are doing some freelancing projects also, this web hostings is important. So we have to buy the domain. Domain is nothing but name of your business, www.abcd.com. Generally, we are observing .com. No? We have a number of things, .com, .in, .org, .net, .com.au, Australia websites, .com.my, Malaysia websites, .com.uk, UK websites. That means if you are work with international client websites, so you have to buy the domains along with their country codes also you have to maintain. So you have to purchase like abcd.com. First, you have to check this domain is available or not. So where I have to check? We have the service providers like a GoDaddy, BigGraph, Hostinger, HostGator, LabelHost, Bluehost, Domain for You. Like a number of service providers are there. You have to buy the domain. So that is name only. If you are by that name, you are unable to launch your application. We have to buy the space also. That is called hosting server. We have to purchase the hosting, nothing but server. So you have to purchase some space. After purchasing the space, you can upload your files into the server. That kind of things we are going to implement in the web hostings. After launching this application, you also whenever your site is affected with malware, virus, or in case some other person hacked your website, how to check whether it is affected with a malware or how to verify that is hacked by some other person. In case if you are observing, so that is hacked or affected with malware. So how to relaunch our application? These kind of things we are going to focus on web hostings. This is very, very important who are mentioning some experience. As a fresher level, they are not giving the credentials. That is server. If you are doing any mistake in that one, entire site should be collapsed. Entire application is not working now. So that is the reason. So they are not giving any credentials to you as a fresher level. So if you know all these things, we have to build a complete one static website. So this is the overview of the complete static website. Clear now how to work with that. So this is up to now we concentrate on the theoretical, right? So whenever if you are building any real-time project also, as an experienced person, we have to know some tools and techniques also for that. So we have to focus on that kind of things also. See here, if you are observing, we have some WhatsApp integration here. So if I want to build WhatsApp integration for our website, what we have to do? So in the real time scenario, this is third party only. No, WhatsApp is already existing application. That application we are using in our web page. How we are going to use that one? See here, I will show you some tool for that one. So getButton.io. GetButton.io. Just you can go through this tool. You will get here any icon also, not only WhatsApp. You want Instagram, you want LinkedIn, whatever it is. So go to the get your button. What you require? You want Messenger, or you want here WhatsApp, or you want here contact form, or you want Google Map. You can just get anything also. For example, I want to integrate my WhatsApp here. I'm giving here number, WhatsApp number also. So just to scroll down. So it is showing most probably all are pro features, nothing but paid. I don't want to do any paid one. I want free only. Just to scroll down. It is asking my email ID. Already I given my email ID also. It is generated some code. You can observe here, copy and paste this code before closing the body tag. So what we have to do, just I'm going to place that one here. See here, before closing the body tag, it is showing. Now I'm going to paste that code. After pasting this one, I'm going to run this one. See here. Already it is showing, already application is running. You have to go to and refresh. So we have here the WhatsApp integration is done here. So like this, whatever you require for the real time, always we have to focus on these kind of things. It is very, very important. So and at the same time, we are using some auto-generated tools also. For example, I want to build this kind of table. If I want to build this table, generally what we have to do, we have to use the table tag. If I want to display anything in the layout, we can use some tag for that. This is table. If I want to create the table, I have to use the table tag for that. If I'm writing code manually, it will take some time now. So instead of writing the manually, I'm going to use here again some tool here. If you are observing, I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste here. After pasting this one, click on HTML. See here, the HTML code is generated here. So you have to copy this one and you can paste in your web page and you will get automatically. So no need to write the manual things here. So now you can observe here, I want to display some points here. So just you can observe here we have the bullet symbol. I'm taking here. This is first point, second point, third point. So I'm implementing 4 points. For this one, I want some code. You can observe here the code we have. So if you want to check also, you can just copy and you can go to here and you can paste it. So now the code is pasted here. I'm going to run this one. So just you can observe. So same as it is we are getting now. So that means in the real time scenario, as an experienced person, they are not writing each and everything manually. So as a fresher level, we are thinking they're writing everything manually now. But if you are observing in the real time scenario, I'm going to check the source code, how many lines we implemented for the home page. You can just go to here. So 1800 lines of code is there for home page. If you are writing manually, it is taking like 1 week time easily. No? Yeah. So we have to finish that entire application within 1 week. So if you are writing manually, so that home page, it will take like a 1 week time. But here I'm going to finish that entire application, home page, about us page, courses, everything within 1 week. So that means we have some tools and techniques also. N number of things are there. So we are going to concentrate on each and everything also. If you know all these modules perfectly along with these tools and techniques, finally we are going to build here. So 3 live projects. We have to build here 3 static websites. We have to focus here. So after implementation of this one, I will give you complete clarity how to build a resume and at the same time how to maintain some projects also. If you know all these modules, you can try as a web designer. So your profile should be web designer. So for this one, if you are adding here React.js, this is for single page application, we'll discuss in future classes. So React.js, if you know, so complete UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, JQuery, Bootstrap, web hostings, along with React.js. If you know this one, then your profile should be differentiated. And this is completely UI developer you are getting here. The profile is UI developer. So what is the use of React.js and why we are using that React.js also we'll discuss in the tomorrow class so that you will get some clarity. So then we'll start our regular classes. So just today we started with only the UI technologies. If you know that UI technologies, you are able to build a static website and launching process also, everything we discussed now. Just concentrate on what is the module and which purpose you are using that module, and when we are using that module, you have to know that one. So this is about today class.